bright suns, travelers! Welcome back to my video. Now, for a quick introduction of this video before I get into the actual stuff, my name is Skywalker-Ren. I do video gameplays. I haven't been doing that in a while, and the reason why I came back to this channel is like to watch videos and maybe upload some of my Sonic Adventure 2 gameplay. However, the reason why my first video was about 93 was because I wanted to help her understand the error of her ways by using my experience as a former fangirl who annoyed all her friends, lost her friends, and lost the respect of everybody, that once, cared about her. All because she was a giant fangirl of a fictional character. For me, it was Sonic the Hedgehog. For her, it was Silver. When I was kind of referring to myself in third person there, but I wanted to use my experience to help sonic93 understand why her arguments were not that great, and why her unhealthy obsession with Silver the Hedgehog was indeed unhealthy. I was just gonna leave this video alone, and then I noticed something. Not only does she have an unhealthy obsession with Silver the Hedgehog, but she's got an unhealthy hatred of Blaze the Cat. And I'm gonna show you why through this video. Now, I am always open for critiques, so if y'all find anything wrong with my video, please let me know. Or anything wrong with my arguments, I am down for a critique. And I know some of you are gonna be asking me, why are you making another video? It's not like it's gonna be noticed. Well, I believe that a little bit of a spoonful of sugar can help the medicine go down. And plus, my goal is to help her. So please don't attack her. Alright, let's begin, shall we? Alright, here we are. Now, this video is actually going to be split up into two parts. The first part, we're going to be going through some of her videos, including her past videos, where she kind of shows a little bit of like unreasonable dislike towards Blaze the Cat. And I say unreasonable because, I'm not trying to say that she can't hate a character or dislike a character or think a character is meh, but when your reasons are very unreasonable, such as they get in the way of my shipping that doesn't exist, then that's kind of unreasonable, and we're going to be examining those through this part. The second part will be comments that she's made on her video or on her community tab concerning Blaze the Cat or anything of that sort. That part's going to be fun because I look through a lot of comments. A lot of times, I left some comments out because I didn't really understand. English is not my first language, so there are stuff that I still can't comprehend. So I just left those comments out because I don't want to misinterpret her. And by the way, if I did, sonic93, if I misinterpreted you, please let me know. I am more than happy to apologize if I misinterpret you. But yeah, first part is going to be the video section. So, the first video that we're going to be looking at is called Blaze the Cat Fans Rant. Just a little history behind this. I haven't been here when this was uploaded. This was 7 years ago, as you can see. However, from what I saw in the comments, maybe I'm misinterpreting, this video used to be called Blaze the Cat Rant, and then changed it to Blaze the Cat Fans Rant, because it was mostly about the fan base. This was a collab she did with one of her friends who is not her friend today, but yeah, we're gonna be responding to it.
And we're not saying every Blaze fans is like this or that. We're just talking about those we've seen and the crazy ones.
However, you do say, even though this video is 7 years ago, you still even say it now, that Blaze is overrated and a Mary Sue because of her fans, even though it seems like you're talking about a select few.
Which is unfortunately how the main Blaze fans are, you see, nowadays.
They're saying that she's perfect, she's the best character ever, she has no flaws, and many more things.
I don't know. I mean, I've been around a lot of Sonic fans, and I know there's some crazy fanboys and fangirls out there, but I've never really seen anybody claim that Blaze is perfect and she has no flaws or anything. I've never seen that. I don't know where you guys have been. I'm not trying to deny that there are crazy Blaze fans, and I know that her friend has changed, so I'm not really gonna address her friend here because this is 7 years ago. But I don't understand where you're getting this idea that most Blaze fans think that she's perfect and has no flaws.
Yeah, Blaze gets this kind of treatment all the time, and I can officially call her a Mary Sue.
Not because of her character, but because of some of her fans.
A character having many fans doesn't make them a Mary Sue. Uh, do you know what a Mary Sue is? A Mary Sue is a character that the universe just goes out of its way to make life easier for that character. You want to know a really well-known, not a no, well-known, but you want to know what an actual Mary Sue is? Chris Thorndike from Sonic X. It kind of makes it seem like the world is ready to bend over to accommodate him, and even though Chris Thorndike is one of my favorite characters, I can even admit that he's a Mary Sue. And it does get kind of annoying. But Blaze the cat is nowhere near a Mary Sue. Yeah, she's got a lot of fans, but it doesn't make her a Mary Sue. The world doesn't go out of its way just to make life easier for Blaze. She still has to go over trials and stuff. Like, seriously.
Yeah, Blaze is so overrated that back in that time I was a member of the Vine Art, I've had like 5 guy friends who loved her.
They all said she was hot, too.
Um, yeah, just because 5 of your friends find Blaze the cat hot doesn't mean she's overrated. You know, and here's the thing. Here's what I hate about the words overrated and underrated. People use overrated for something that they hate. You know, people use underrated for something that they like and doesn't get a lot of attention. Sonic93 even said it herself in one of her videos about that. But here you can see that she's using overrated in the same way. I mean, she's used overrated for Blaze the Cat to indicate that she doesn't really like this character, but also it's mostly because she's got 5 friends out of like 10 million Sonic fans that like Blaze the Cat and think that she's hot as a reason why she's overrated in a Mary Sue, and she kind of repeats this in other videos. And I just want to know, like, why do you think that she's overrated because your friends like her? Like, that's the. I want to know, Sonic93, does your 5 friends liking Blaze the Cat, like, bother you? Because it seems like you're kind of bothered by that they're fans of her and they think she's hot. I mean, it's their opinion, as long as they're not hurting anybody. But in later videos, you kind of act like it hurts you or bothers you, and I don't know. I get this weird sense, and I don't know why.
Yeah, it even feels like Blaze overtops anyone, and I mean anyone, like Jessica Rabbit, Felicia, Morgan, Shang-Li, Cammy, etc., etc.
You would think Rouge would have more attention since she actually has more of a body than Blaze does, but everybody doesn't seem to pay much attention to her.
Ironically, 2 fanboys deny that Blaze has more attention than Rouge.
Are you guys talking about in terms of sexual or kinky art, or in terms of just regular DeviantArt, pictures? If you're talking like sexualized, then I really do not understand why you think Blaze gets more attention than any of the women that you mentioned, because they have, I see a lot of sexual art of the other girls that you mentioned other than Blaze. Even in the Sonic tab, I see more sexual art of Rouge than Blaze or Rouge or Amy. than anything, you know, if we're talking about sexual art. But, you know, who cares about that? I mean, let them draw porn. They're experimenting with anatomy. My bad. Um, but for you to say that Rouge overtops Blaze in terms of fans or drawings, I don't know if that's a stretch or you're just making Blaze to be more quote unquote overrated than she really is. Alright, so we are at the end of the first video. Now, the first video was really short. It was made 7 years ago, but I bringing up this video to highlight a point that it seems that Sonic93 believes that Blaze is like overrated and that people put her on this high pedestal and she's more popular than all the other female Sonic characters and other contemporary female Sonic characters like in Smash Brothers and other games. And I there's something about this video that makes me believe that she's making Blaze to be more overrated than she really is. And the thing that really bothers me is that she's using her friends as reasons why Blaze is overrated. Like when we talk about like, you know, Blaze fanboys, she always has to point to her 5 friends who think that Blaze is hot. Now, ironically, she points out that they think that she's hot, so therefore she's overrated. However, Sonic93, you over and over, even today, say that Silver is hot. So, does that mean that Silver's overrated too? Next up, we have a video called Amy Rose Rant, Defending Her. Now, this is a video all about defending Amy Rose, and a funny thing is that I was going to do a response video to that video because I see a lot of similar traits she has in that video as in the Melody Sugar Plum video. However, she does bring up Blaze again as an example of a Mary Sue because apparently somebody called Amy Rose a Mary Sue, which I disagree, but this video is about Blaze, so yeah.
Blaze the cat, she has her flaws, like she's afraid of heights, ashamed of her appearance, comes off as somewhat shy and uncomfortable with encountering new people, has a hard time accepting help, and a bit close-minded when it comes to friendship. But she still is very friendly and slowly but safely is opening up to new people thanks to Sonic.
That means she's not a Mary Sue, right?
But the fan base is literally acting like she's a goddess. People mainly love her because she's a cat, purple, and has pyrokinesis.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't see anything wrong with people liking Blaze because she's purple, a cat, and she has pyrokinesis. I mean, a lot of people like cats. Cats are my favorite pets. I love cats. Purple is a nice color, even though I prefer red and black, and purple is a nice pastel color, and a lot of people do love purple. I'm actually wearing purple right now. And as for pyrokinesis, you know, if you're a big fan of Dragon Ball Z, I can understand why you love pyrokinesis. I'm just kidding. Pyrokinesis is a cool power. But yeah, those are pretty valid reasons for liking her. I don't understand what the problem is. What's the big issue? That's my question to you.
Has way too many fanboys that back when I was on DA, I had literally 5 friends or even more who loved Blaze, and all of them were guys too.
Okay, so what exactly is the problem? You see what I mean when I asked you, does your 5 friends liking Blaze the cat bother you? Because the way you're talking about it here, it seems like it bothers you very much. If you are really like impartial to the character, why does it bother you that 5 of your friends think that A, Blaze is hot, and C, they love her. Like, why does it bother you so much?
I won't go in detail, but there's even a guy who hates Silver because of Blaze. And he's pretty shallow to her too. If that doesn't scream obsession, then I don't know what does.
I will say that there are people that do hate Silver because of Blaze, more or less because they think he ruined the character, even though it was the writers that ruined the character. But I can understand why they can blame Silver for that. However, I do want to point out that you seem to dislike Blaze the cat because of Silver. And I do have other videos to kind of show, but you do kind of have this like reaction to when Blaze comes near Silver. I know you've said that it's jealousy, but it's like when Blaze of all characters critiques Silver, you get really upset. So you kind of dislike Blaze the same way this person dislikes Silver because of a character you're a fan of.
I constantly see people saying how hot and sexy she is, how she's their favorite character everywhere. Blaze is technically more overrated than a Mary Sue, but I still count her as a Mary Sue for the fanbase because of how they treat her like she's a goddess. And now on to...
Am I denying that some fans do overinflate the characters? No, I'm not denying that fact. There are fans like that everywhere. And I understand that it could be very annoying, and I kind of used to do that with Sonic the Hedgehog when I was a Sonic the Hedgehog fangirl back in the day. But I don't understand what's the problem with people saying that she's their favorite character and she's hot, like, everywhere. Like, it's the way that you're saying it, it leads me to believe that it bothers you. It's like you can't stand it that someone like people, a lot of people find Blaze to be attractive and a good character, and I don't understand why. What's the problem here? But other than that, I do understand that, some people, do put her on a pedestal. I did the same thing with Sonic, but at the same time, you do the same thing with Silver. So, yeah. Next, we have a video called Literally the Cutest and Hottest Thing Ever. Okay, you're allowed to think Silver is hot, but you have a problem when your 5 friends think that Blaze is hot. Okay, let's back it up. Alright, now, this video was mostly her fangirling over Silver, just being Silver. But there is a part in this video that I want to point out because it's kind of relevant to one of my other points. Remember when I said that it seems like every time Blaze kind of critiques Silver or says something or even touches him, like she gets kind of like upset, or she has this feeling that leads me to believe that, part of the reason why she doesn't like Blaze is because of Silver. Well, you might see that in this video.
Lad! Don't touch him! Yeah, I said it. It's my first time saying this, so have mercy on me. Oh, he looks so cute when he's confused. And Blaze, would you stop saying it's a bad thing?
I've always liked that about you.
Oh, see, you like that he's naive. So do I, but I don't say like it's a bad thing all the time.
No, I know. It's just the fangirling. But as for the first clip where she says, "Don't touch him, biatch," like, she does call her the B word sometimes. I have a screenshot of her doing that. Actually, 2 different screenshots in the comments, which I will get to in the second part. But yeah, Sonic93, Blaze didn't say you're naive as a bad thing. I mean, she did say she likes that about him, but she's not saying it like if it's a bad thing. She's not trying to insult him. I don't get where you're getting that idea from. Next, we got two different parts of a gameplay that she did from Sonic 06, mostly from Silver Story. I haven't really found anything that bad, but there's just some things that I do want to talk about, so that's why I'm bringing them up. So, yeah.
What, you know, not to offend Blaze or anything, but as I said, as Amy as I said in our Blaze the Cat Ren, she is overrated. Not only because, oh my god, she's popular, she's a cat or anything, but also people hate this game, but they like Blaze gameplay, and the only thing they like about this game, one thing they only like about this game is Blaze. Like, that just shows how overrated Blaze really is.
So what you're saying is Blaze is overrated because A, she's popular, B, she's got a lot of, well, it falls under popular a lot, have a lot of fans. B, she's a cat. I don't know where we got that from, but okay. And C, everybody seems to like her gameplay in Sonic 06 over everybody else's. Now, I will be honest with you, and don't get me for this, Sonic 06 is my favorite Sonic game, and it's actually my first Sonic game. Okay, it's not my favorite, the honor goes to Sonic 4, but Sonic 06 I really like. But I will admit to you that Blaze was one of the only fun characters to play as because she felt even faster than Sonic, which, you know, for a dude whose name is on the box of the title, you should be the fastest thing alive, but yet you're being bested by a pyrokinetic cat. Don't know, but Blaze was a lot of fun to play with, and at least her gameplay wasn't as broken as everybody else's. But that's just my general opinion. Everybody feel free to disagree. You know, this is my opinion only, but I just find it weird that she thinks Blaze is overrated because people prefer her gameplay over everybody else's, so therefore she is overrated as heck.
What's wrong?
I wish I could be in Blaze's place right now.
Well, Blaze? To kill someone to save the world.
He's so sweet.
Is that really the right thing to do?
Oh, adorable.
You're so naive.
Shut up! Leave him alone!
Whether
I don't want to sound like I'm always nitpicking. It kind of feels like I am, and if I am, I'm sincerely apologize. However, Blaze wasn't insulting Silver. I mean, naive can either be a good or bad trait, but usually it kind of denotes innocence and forgains innocence. I don't know what the word is, but I didn't think that she was insulting him at all. She was just saying that there are sometimes he believes things and then he questions them. But yeah, I don't get why the reaction, well, unless you were just fangirling, then if you were, then I do apologize. Welcome to the next section. Now, this section is all about comments and stuff in the community tabs written by sonic93 that leads me to believe that maybe she's got an unhealthy dislike for Blaze the cat. Please remember though, this is a fictional character. Like, these are ones and zeros floating in an endless cyberspace. So, and she also says that she doesn't hate Blaze the cat. However, what she says and her actions and reactions kind of tell me otherwise. So, I'm gonna read some of these comments and I'm gonna give my opinions on them. So, here we go. First up, we got a screenshot from a description. You know how when you upload your video, you have your description of your video in the description box below? This description is from the video Blaze the Cat Fans Rant, and I'm gonna read it aloud to you and give my opinions on it. Before you might think that this is an anti-character kind of rant, it's not. We're just talking about how her fans are treating her. Well, yeah, why Blaze of all characters? Because apparently she's one of the few things fans like about Sega, and the way they are honoring her is so overwhelming. in a way that is too much for just a fictional character. One of the worst treatments I've seen is recently fans are making those Obama posters, and one artist made a Blaze one at DA, and some fans are saying she'd make a better president. I hope they don't mean it seriously because really, you want something that doesn't exist to take charge as a president? That would be the worst president ever because that president can't make a thing for your beloved country. But don't take any of this seriously for those who are normal Blaze fans. That is not our intention. We just wanted to show our point of view with the character's treatment. Hopefully none offensions were taken with the video. Otherwise, we hope you liked it. Okay, I hope my reading was good because I can't read to save my life, but I do have a couple of things to comment on. Alright. One, um, she's one of the few things that people like about Sega. I mean, if you're talking about the Sonic franchise, then maybe, but if you're talking about Sega as a whole, um, I believe that's a too big of a stretch, in my general opinion. There's a lot of other things that people like about Sega other than Blaze the Cat. I know that for a fact because I've seen it. I'm not trying to say that there aren't people who think that Blaze the Cat is the best thing in Sega, but those are like maybe 1 out of 100 Sega fans or 1,000 Sega fans. The ratio is like really, really, really tiny. And as for the Obama posters, you do realize that's a joke, right? Like, back in the Obama era, people were making these Obama posters because it was a fun thing to do. I remember them like back in the day, and I didn't understand them at first, but now I do. But that's kind of a joke. Like, do you honestly really think that these fans want Blaze to be the president? Like, are you taking it seriously? Because what I think of the Obama posters as being a joke. I mean, they're just making fun of those "Yes I Can" posters. But yeah, I don't think that's something to really rant about because from what I'm looking at, that's only one select DA user. But yeah, I even from the description of this video, I can tell that they're just, for me, it kind of felt like they were ranting on Blaze just to rant on her. And what concerns me is maybe this person has an unhealthy, dislike for Blaze because of their unhealthy obsession for Silver the Hedgehog. It seems like she's just ranting on Blaze just to rant on her, and her rants do not make any sense. No, this rant does not make any sense, and the description does not make any sense. She's just saying that Blaze is overrated because of 5 people that are her friends. They like Blaze, and then some random person on DA decides to make an Obama poster and jokingly says she'd be a better president. That doesn't make Blaze overrated and worth like ranting about. That's just my general opinion. Next is a comment thread on that Blaze the Cat video. This comment comes in 2 parts, so I had to screenshot it twice. So yeah, I'm gonna read. So the person says, Amy fans are more like that and even twice than Blaze fans. Rouge, on the other hand, doesn't have any ducking annoying fans. Sonic93 goes, I haven't seen it. I've only seen that with I've seen that mostly with Blaze. I can't believe I don't know how to read. Alright. I have seen mostly with Amy fans and how they're making her more powerful than she truly is. There is a video called Amy's Revenge, where Amy is powerful and destroys everyone. There is more animation video where Amy beats other chicks that are stronger than her in canon. There is even a guy who wrote fanfiction about her having superpowers. I have seen her fans bashing other characters in the fave of her, saying she's the goddess of the franchise, even attacking anyone who doesn't agree on Tsunami ship. I'm sorry, I find your rant really weak. I would never say the entire Amy fan base are like that, but I've seen a lot. Sonic93 replies, you can't say that my rant is weak just because you haven't seen people worshipping Blaze like a goddess. Did I say every Blaze fans are like that? No, and myself, I haven't seen people worshipping Amy Tsunami as you claim, but you don't see me saying your opinion is weak. Yes, your rant is weak, due to it arguing general points that many popular character fandoms share these traits. Yet you only criticize Blaze fans for that. Would be more fair if you criticized the entire fandom instead of focusing on one part of it. These points, like making Blaze out of her character just because someone drew her girly, doesn't mean a lot of Blaze fans are like that. Many artists draw the characters out of what they really, even Sonic himself has been treated out of his character by the fandom many times. Also, your point about Blaze ships exists twice in Sonic, Amy, and Shadow fan base. Amy has been shipped with every Hedgehog guy, Sonic plus Sonic plus Shadow plus Silver. Do I need to mention again how bratty Tsunami fans are and how many Sylvaise fans are non-Blaze fans? I know Blaze fans who dislike Blaze's relationship with Silver due of it to the reason of changing Blaze's backstory in Sonic 06. Sonic and Shadow has been shipped nearly with every female in the cast, and even many crossover ship with My Little Pony girls. Another point about talking about Blaze being hot also applies to the Amy fanbase too, saying she is hot. Not forgetting Shadow crazy fangirls who thinks he is so sexy despite he is really not. Pretty much every Sonic character got not safe for work art, and Blaze isn't a special case. The last point about Blaze being the best character is way more blatant, with Shadow fanbase treated him as the best thing happened to the franchise. Although, from all the damage he has done to the franchise reputation with his embarrassing game, at least Blaze never harmed the franchise at the cost of making her look cool like Shadow. Sonic93 says, I criticize only Blaze because she is the one who I see get treated like that the most. I have seen other characters get treated like that, but Blaze is so overrated to the point where people are unfairly comparing her to Amy that just bashes her character. I have not seen many people treating Amy that way. You can say all you want of every character gets treated like that when it's not true, but Blaze takes the spotlight and is the preferable female to the fanbase from my experience. I can understand that maybe the rant lacks proof, but the statement isn't lacking. Also, keep this in mind that this rant is almost a 6-year-old video. Okay, so I'm done with the reading. Now, what are my opinions on this? Well, I do kind of agree with the user that this rant of hers is really weak. You know, I've said it before, the rant is really weak, and she's criticizing a select few Blaze fans, and it seems like she's criticizing the whole fan base as a whole, which makes me think that she's criticizing them just to criticize them, and plus she does not like Blaze the cat, so why not? And also, it is true, every character's fan base is like that. I mean, Shadow, you know, there are, Shadow fans who think he's the best thing that's ever happened, and he should be the main character instead of Sonic, even though that's a select few. You know, would it be fair of me to rant on the Shadow fanbase based on a few fans? No, it wouldn't be fair. And I don't know. I just, like I said, the rant this week. I don't agree with the user that there are a lot of people who think that Amy is more powerful than the Hulk. Like, I don't. I haven't seen that. Maybe, but I'm not trying to discredit her. I mean, if I did, then I apologize. Same with sonic93. But I haven't seen. I mean, I've seen Amy fanboys. I know Amy fanboys, but I haven't met any that think that she's a goddess. But yeah, at least somebody else brought up the point that the rant was weak and that she was just complaining just to complain. Next up is another comment from her Blaze the Cat rant video. User says, even though her character is independent, the fan art is from the artist's perspective. The art doesn't always represent the actual character. There's never been any drama with her parents. Saying that she's overrated? Talk about Sonic or Amy. Sonic93 says, yeah, but there's rarely fan art that makes Blaze in character, especially her being paired up with someone. Are you serious? I guess you haven't seen the fan brats of Sylvaise and the two ones I stomped onto DA. Blaze is overrated. I've seen lots of people say she's their favorite and would prefer her over Amy. I've seen more fanboys of her than Rouge. So I don't understand I don't know what you're talking about. I need to learn how to freaking read. I keep seeing Amy get hate, and the majority of them also hates an Amy. And Sonic may be very popular franchise and character, but him too doesn't get the respect he deserves from the fans. Besides, in Sonic 06, more people were upset about Blaze disappearing than Sonic actually dying. So really, what does that say to you? Okay, there is a lot I want to say to this. First of all, the user is correct that the fan art is from the artist's perspective. I've kind of cut out some parts in the video section of my thing because, quite frankly, they're just complaining about fan art. And yeah, they're just complaining about because, look, let the people draw what they want, okay? Let the people draw what they want. And she is right that a lot of the fan art doesn't represent the actual character, but I don't understand what's the problem. It's not like it's not official art. It's called fan art for a reason. Fan art made by a fan. You get to have your own interpretation of the character. So if they wanna make Blaze into like Poison Ivy and try to seduce Sonic, then let them do it. I mean, they're not hurting anybody, and it's not like, they're trying to make it canon or trying to force it to be canon. It's just a fan production. And I don't understand what the problem is. And also, it is true that I've seen people prefer Blaze over Amy, and a lot of times I will agree with sonic93 that it's annoying when they downplay Amy's traits to say that Blaze is a good character. They're both good characters, but Amy's not that weak just because she's not like Blaze. That's just my opinion. However, to say that Blaze gets more attention than Sonic of all characters, Sonic gets a lot of attention, and so does Amy. Amy gets a lot of attention too, and she gets more attention than Rouge. Okay, maybe I kind of see some truth to that, but I don't know. I still see Rouge is getting more attention than Blaze, but I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me in the ring, bro. And as for people being more upset about Blaze disappearing, actually, I don't know. I thought that people were more happy about Blaze disappearing because she's back in her own dimension. Actually, people were more happy that the game didn't exist. So Blaze was never from the future. But I've never seen people upset about Blaze disappearing than Sonic actually dying. I mean, I guess people were surprised, but I've never seen them more upset about it. I mean, people were like, "Oh my God, this is the first villain that ever killed Sonic." But yeah, more misinterpretations of points to further quote-unquote back up your claim that Blaze is indeed an overrated character. Next up is another from the Blaze the Cat fans rant. Shut up, Blaze the Cat is my waifu. Okay, a little bit of a rant. I know I'm ranting in the middle of a reading, but I really do hate when people say like wife. Like I'm half Japanese, and part of me really annoys me when people like say like wife or husbando. Like, dude, we say wife and husband. It's just spelled differently so that people can pronounce them. You know, we don't have the same like syllables and sounds as you do in English. I'm sorry, I'm going off the rails here. I do apologize. So we're gonna read it again. Shut up, Blaze the Cat is my wife. You do realize, oh, sonic93 goes, you do realize this is not an anti-rant, right? As stated in the video, also, like it or not, but your wife is overrated. And then the person responds, yeah, I know, my comment was a joke, no offense there. Alright, so, I mean, there's nothing really to talk about. I mean, it's just two people playing around, but, the one thing I do want to point out is that it seems like Sonic93 is trying to, not shove in their face, but yeah, they made a joke comment, but it seems like she took it seriously originally, and then they say, well, I don't care if she's your favorite character, like it or not, your favorite is overrated. And I don't know, for some reason, it kind of rubs me the wrong way. Maybe there's not anything wrong with it, but it just kind of rubs me the wrong way. And I heard that she does that with her friends, like, you know, every time they talk about Blaze the Cat, like, she'll like, kind of think they're taking this seriously when they're not? I don't know. And the thing is that she seems to only do this for Blaze the Cat, not with any other character. Next up, this is a comment from, her video, literally the cutest and hottest thing ever. Blaze is amazing. Silver is my BFF. Sylvain sucks. My bad, I want Silver to be my BFF is what the person said. Sonic93 says, that B word sucks. Best friend or boyfriend. And Sylvain does suck. Not much to say here, but the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I want to point out something, and she does it in another comment that I'm going to talk about later. I'm pretty sure she's joking here, but the person said Blaze is amazing, and then she says, well, she sucks. I'm gonna take that as a joke, because I know how much Sonic93 likes to joke about, you know, destroying Blaze in her sleep. And she's done that with friends, actually. I've heard that she's done that with friends. I don't know how true that is. I don't know them, and I'm not gonna spread no rumors or anything, but that's what I've heard. And all I can say is I hope that's a joke, and if that's not, then that's a pretty unhealthy dislike for one little fictional character. Last but not least, we got this picture from her community tab. Now, that was kind of like the one post where it kind of made me think, even though she was kind of joking, it kind of made me think that maybe she's got this unhealthy dislike for Blaze. Maybe the other comments were tame, but this one takes the cake. Something must be wrong with me. You see this You see, this B word is insulting my baby boy. My sweetie's being all sad and desperate to save his future, and Mephiles has a funny but weird looking hat, and all I can say is how much of a hottie Silver is! I mean, of course, I don't mean to say I wouldn't comfort him or be there for him, but seriously, look at this ducking hootie! Oh, hottie! My bad! My bad, I thought it was hootie. I was thinking of Hooters, but my mind is kind of busy at this time. Heart, 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 heart. And I will destroy Blaze in her slate for treating my boy this way. And by the way, hashtag hottest boy ever! Okay, alright. If I destroyed any headphone users, I sincerely apologize, but when somebody types in caps, I think they're yelling. That's how it's always been for me. Every time someone types in all caps, I just think of them as like yelling and not like talking. So that's why I did it yelling. But so I apologize to any headphone users that are listening to this on their headphones or their AirPods or whatever you're listening to this on. I sincerely apologize. Now let's get back to my opinion on this piece. Now, before we do that, I'm going to read the actual comic that Sonic93 is talking about. And it looks like it is traditional American left to right reading. I thought it was like a manga at first. It's, most manga is, right to left, but this one is left to right. So I'm going to read. There's always a way to set things straight, Blaze says. But Blaze, how? Everything has gone to HELL and back. We are only two people. What can we possibly do? Said Silver as he looks really exhausted from fighting whoever. And then Mephiles is like, I can be an assistant. Go through Mephiles' legit time portal. I got a nice hat. I mean, enter! Enter, you fool! But yeah, literally, that's the comic. And all I want to say is, Sonic93, Blaze is not insulting Silver. I don't know where you got that from, unless you're not showing the whole comic. I mean, I looked through your comments on that post and I didn't see anything where you posted about Blaze insulting Silver. So I don't know where you're getting this from this picture. And second of all, even though that's a joke at the end about destroying her in her sleep, a lot of people might take it seriously, even though, but yeah, no. A lot of people will take it seriously and will use this fact against you. They will use it against you as you being a Silver fangirl. But you seem to do this a lot every time Blaze says something to Silver, like a critique, like, oh, you're naive, and you get really upset about it. And I'm wondering, like, why? Like, I understand that you said that you were jealous of her. And I do remember in one video where you made a video that was deleted, and it was called Top 10 Most Hottest Guys. And when you got to Silver, who was your number one? Because who else would it be? Well, other than Raphael for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. When you played that same scene again, you were like, "Oh, you're so cute," and Blaze, shut up. Like, you said it like if you were serious. You didn't say it like if you were joking. So I don't know. Honey, I think that your jealousy for Blaze has kind of turned into an unhealthy dislike. That's just my opinion. Feel free to prove me wrong. I will love to be proved wrong on this, like I've said many times before. Alright everybody, we are towards the end of this video. So what have we learned today? We've learned that Sonic93 likes to really say that Blaze is overrated and a Mary Sue for the most dumbest reasons. I mean, she's saying that she's a Mary Sue because she has a lot of fans. People draw fan art that make her out of character, and people say that Blaze is her favorite character. I mean, their favorite character. That's pretty much all the reasons she provides in her videos, and she likes to repeat those reasons in a lot of videos, especially when it comes to Silver. She also seems to dislike the fact that Silver and Blaze are friends, or she seems to get like jealous, even though Blaze is a fictional character, A, and B, there are no Sonic couples in the Sonic universe other than fanworks. So really, what exactly are you getting jealous over? The fact that a non-existent character gets to talk to your non-existent boyfriend? I'm not trying to be sarcastic. I'm not trying to be like a beephole over here, but it kind of seems like it to me. You have this unhealthy obsession with Silver, and it kind of clouds your judgment to where your points are really bad. Some of them might be tame, and if they are, I will personally apologize. You know, I, I'm good with critique. I'm down for critique. So if you, Sonic93, think I'm misinterpreting something, please feel free to tell me, and I will make it right. However, I find it really concerning about this healthy, unhealthy infatuation that you have with Silver the Hedgehog. I'm a Silver fan too, but I've never seen somebody get so jealous, quote unquote, of a character of a ship that doesn't exist to the point where they have to make up reasons as to why that character is overrated, a Mary Sue, and even make a pointless rant about them that doesn't make any sense. Yes, there are Sonic fanboys in the Sonic fan base. I'm not trying to say that they aren't. I'm not trying to say that there aren't Blaze fanboys that worship the character just like any other character. I'm not trying to say that. You have a point there that there are Blaze fans that are like that. However, most of your friends seem contingent on two things. One, your five guy friends thinking that she's hot, and two, the fact that she has a good sized fan base. Blaze has a good sized fan base for a lot of reasons. One, she had a good debut. Sonic Rush was a popular game. And number two, Blaze has a relatable personality, so therefore she's relatable to a lot of Sonic fans. Because a lot of people that I know, they're not really good at making friends. And Blaze is the same way, so they can relate to somebody like that. It's nice to have a relatable character. So my final thoughts are, you know, I think you kind of have this unhealthy dislike for Blaze the cat. I don't want to say that you hate her. I don't, but something in the back of my mind says that you do. And I'm not trying to say that, it's not okay to hate a character. You can hate whoever you want. And when these are just ones and zeros floating in the endless space. However, you treat Blaze as if she's a real person. And you say that you're jealous of her. So you're, and so yeah, I can't believe I'm saying that again. But it's like you see her as a real person because you're jealous of her. Like who is jealous of a fictional character? She's not a real person, and neither is Silver. All right, and on that note, this will pretty much be the last video I ever make on this topic, unless something happens. But I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of gonna let the popular YouTubers do it because whatever I have to say is probably the points that they're going to have to say, and they have more experience with commentaries than I do. I'm more of a let's play kind of person. So, yeah, this will be the last video I ever do for Sonic93. So, yes, Sonic93, the rest is up to you now because after this video, I am done. Well, I'm gonna end this video now. Till the spire.